Have you ever come across a 1980 D1 Liberty quarter dollar and wondered if it could be worth more than just 25 cents? Well, you might be holding on to a valuable piece of history. In today's video, we'll take a deep dive into the history, design, minting details, rare errors, and current market value of this iconic quarter. So stay tuned till the end, because you might just discover a hidden treasure in your pocket change. Section 1. History of the 1980 D Liberty QURTR. The 1980 D Liberty Quarter, also known as the Washington Quarter, is part of a long-standing series of quarters featuring the profile of George Washington. The design was originally introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of the first U.S. president. The Washington quarter quickly became a staple of American currency, replacing the standing Liberty quarter. By 1980, the quarter was made with a copper nickel-clad composition, having switched from 90% silver in 1965 due to rising silver prices. The 1980 D quarter was minted at the Denver Mint as indicated by the small d mint mark on the obverse of the coin. Section 2. Design and SBECIFICATIONS. Let's take a closer look at the design elements of this quarter. Designed by John Flanagan, the obverse of the coin features a left-facing profile of George Washington. Above his head, you'll see the word Liberty, while the phrase "In God We Trust" appears to the left. The date 1980 is positioned at the bottom, with the D mint mark below Washington's neckline. The reverse features an American bald eagle with outstretched wings clutching arrows in its talons, symbolizing strength and defense. Below the eagle is an olive branch, representing peace. The words United States of America and E Pluribus Unum are inscribed at the top, while quarter dollar is written at the bottom. Section 3. Minting details and PRODUCTION. In 1980, the Denver Mint produced an astonishing 518,327,487 quarters, making it one of the highest minted quarters of its time. These quarters were struck with a composition of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, weighing 5.67 grams with a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. The coin has a reeded edge which helps deter counterfeiting and coin clipping. Section 4. Rare errors and varieties. Even though the 1980 D quarter was mass-produced, some rare errors and varieties can increase its value significantly. Here are a few notable ones. 1. Off-center strikes. Some 1980 D quarters were struck off-center due to misalignment in the minting press. The more off-center the strike, the rarer and more valuable the coin. 2. Double die obverse DDO. This error occurs when the design is stamped twice, slightly misaligned. Look for doubling on the inscriptions Liberty or In God We Trust. 3. Clipped planchet. A rare mistake where part of the coin is missing due to an error in cutting the metal blanks. 4. Broad strike errors. This occurs when the coin is struck without the retaining collar, causing it to spread wider than usual. If you come across a 1980 D quarter with any of these errors, you could be looking at a significantly valuable coin. Section 5. Current market value. Now, let's talk about the most important question: how much is the 1980 D Liberty quarter worth today? Circulated condition. Most 1980 D quarters found in circulation are worth face value, around 25 cents. However, those in slightly better shape can fetch between 50 cents to $2.00. Uncirculated condition. If you have an uncirculated 1980 D quarter with little to no wear, it can be worth between $5 to $20 depending on its grade. Mint state MS65 and above. A certified 1980 D quarter in MS65 condition graded by PCGS or NGC can be worth between $50 to $150. Error coins. Coins with significant mint errors, such as off-center strikes or double dies, can be worth anywhere between $100 to over $500, depending on the rarity and demand. Section 6. How to identify and sell your coin. If you believe you have a valuable 1980 quarter, here's how you can identify and sell it. 1. Examine the condition. Use a magnifying glass to check for scratches, discoloration, and errors. 2. Look for errors. Compare your coin to verified error listings online. 3. Check grading services. Consider sending your coin to PCGS, NGC, or Annex for professional grading. 4. Sell at auctions or coin dealers. eBay, heritage auctions, or reputable coin dealers are great places to sell valuable quarters. By following these steps, you can maximize the value of your coin and find the best buyer. So, is the 1980 Liberty quarter just another pocket change coin, or could it be a hidden gem? Now that you know the history, design, and potential value of this coin, keep an eye out. You never know what might be sitting in your collection. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing coin collecting content. Let us know in the comments, have you ever found a rare quarter in your collection? Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video. Have you ever wondered if there's a rare and valuable treasure hiding in your pocket change? Well, you might want to check your coins, because today, we're diving into the fascinating history, design, and hidden value of the 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter. Some of these coins have sold for thousands of dollars at auctions. Stay tuned to find out why. Section 1. History of the 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter. The Wisconsin State Quarter was released in 2004 as part of the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program, a historic initiative that ran from 1999 to 2008 to commemorate each U.S. state with a unique quarter design. Wisconsin became the 30th state in the Union on May 29, 1848, and this date is proudly displayed on the quarter. Wisconsin is famous for its rich dairy industry, earning the nickname America's Dairyland. The design of this quarter reflects the state's deep agricultural heritage, featuring a cow, a wheel of cheese, and an ear of corn. But there's more to this coin than just its beautiful design. It has a fascinating and mysterious error that has collectors scrambling to find one. Section 2. Design of the 2004 Wisconsin Quarter. Let's break down the design of the 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter. On the obverse side, we see the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This design was first used in 1932 and continued through the State Quarters program. Surrounding Washington's image, we have the inscriptions United States of America, Liberty, Indiana, God We Trust, and the coin's denomination $quarter. Now, the reverse side is where the magic happens. Designed by Alfred Miletsky, this side of the coin features three key elements: a Holstein cow's head representing Wisconsin's dairy farming, a round of cheese symbolizing the state's famous cheese production, and an ear of corn showcasing Wisconsin's agricultural strength. At the top, we see the state's motto "Forward," which reflects Wisconsin's progressive spirit. Section 3. The famous error extra leaf varieties. Now, here's where things get really exciting. The 2004 Wisconsin Quarter is known for an unusual minting error called the extra leaf variety. This error comes in two types: the extra high leaf and the extra low leaf. If you look closely at the corn on the back of the quarter, you might notice an extra leaf protruding from the left side of the ear of corn. The extra leaf is not supposed to be there, and it's believed to have been caused by a die gouge or intentional modification during the minting process. This mistake makes these quarters incredibly valuable. Section 4. Current market value. So, how much are these quarters worth today? Let's take a look at the market value. Normal 2004 Wisconsin quarter, no error, face value 25 cents to $5 in uncirculated condition. Extra leaf low variety typically sells for $100 to $500 depending on condition. Extra leaf high variety, the rare version, which can sell for $300 to over $1,500. High-grade mint state coins MS-66, MS-68, some have sold for $3,000 to $6,000 at major auctions. The highest price ever recorded for a Wisconsin extra high leaf quarter was over $6,000 at auction. Can you imagine finding one in your pocket change and turning it into thousands of dollars? Section 5. How to find one and tips for COLECTORS. If you're interested in searching for this rare quarter, here are some tips. 1. Check your pocket change. You never know where one might turn up. 2. Look through quarter rolls from banks. Sometimes, banks still have old state quarters in circulation. 3. Use a magnifying glass or coin microscope to examine the corn leaf closely. 4. Be cautious of counterfeits. Only buy certified coins from trusted dealers or third-party grading services like PCGS or NGC. 5. Store your valuable coins properly in protective holders to maintain their condition and value. Final thoughts. And CLOSING. The 2004 Wisconsin State Quarter is a fantastic piece of U.S. numismatic history. And if you're lucky enough to find one with the extra leaf error, you could be holding a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. So next time you get change, take a closer look. You might just strike gold in the world of coin collecting. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on exciting coin discoveries. Thanks for watching and happy treasure hunting! My very important fellows and friends, again back to our channel, fellow coin enthusiasts. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1983 Liberty Quarter Dollar, a coin that might be worth much more than just 25 cents. If you have one in your collection or have ever come across one, stick around because we'll explore its history, design, mintage errors, and most importantly, its current market value. Let's get started. Section number 1: History of the 1983 Liberty Quarter. DOLLAR. The 1983 Washington Quarter, commonly referred to as the Liberty Quarter, was struck at the Denver Mint in the year 1983. It belongs to the Washington Quarter series, which was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, this coin replaced the standing Liberty Quarter and became an iconic part of U.S. currency. One unique fact about the 1983 quarters is that they were heavily circulated, and very few were saved in high grades because U.S. mint sets were not officially produced that year. This has significantly impacted the rarity of uncirculated and well-preserved examples, making high-grade specimens particularly valuable today. Section number 2: Design and SBCIFICATIONS. Let's take a closer look at the design and specifications of this coin. Obverse front side features the portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan. The words Liberty appear above Washington's head. The motto "I in God We Trust" is displayed on the left side. The year 1983 is inscribed below the portrait. The D mint mark, representing the Denver Mint, is located to the right of Washington's ponytail. Reverse back side depicts a majestic bald eagle with outstretched wings clutching arrows and an olive branch. The words United States of America arch across the top. The Latin phrase E pluribus unum is situated just above the eagle. The denomination quarter dollar is clearly inscribed at the bottom. Section number 3: Mintage and RARITY. The 1983 Washington Quarter had a total mintage of 617,806,446 coins, a fairly high production number. However, the real rarity of this coin comes from its condition. Since the U.S. Mint did not produce official uncirculated sets in 1983, most of these quarters were heavily circulated, making high-grade examples exceptionally rare. Section number 4: Valuable Errors and Varieties. Now, let's talk about what makes some 1983 D quarters even more valuable errors. Here are some key errors to look for. 1. Double die obverse DDO. Some 1983 D quarters display noticeable doubling on Liberty and In God We Trust. These can be worth $50 to $300 plus depending on condition. Point 2. Off-center strikes. If your quarter has an off-center design 5 to 15%, it could be worth $50 to $500, depending on the extent of the error. Point 3. Clipped planchet. If a section of the coin appears to be missing due to an incomplete punch during minting, it could fetch $20 to $150 plus. Point 4. Struck on the wrong planchet. If a 1983 D quarter was mistakenly struck on a nickel or dime planchet, its value could soar to $1,000 or more. Section number 5: Current market value. Now, the big question: how much is a 1983 D Liberty quarter worth today? Let's break it down by grade. Circulated condition. Most 1983 D quarters in worn condition are worth face value 25 cents to $2. Uncirculated MS60, MS64 coins in mint state grade sell for $5 to $25. High grade MS65, MS67. These quarters are much rarer and command prices from $100 to $1,500, especially if graded by PCGS or NGC. Top grade MS68 and above. In 2017, a PCGS graded MS68 1983 D quarter sold for over $6,000 at auction. This proves that well-preserved examples are highly sought after. So, there you have it. The 1983 D Liberty quarter dollar is more than just pocket change. If you come across one, be sure to check its condition, look for errors, and consider getting it graded. Who knows? You might be holding on to a hidden treasure worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on our latest coin videos. Drop a comment below if you have a 1983 D quarter and let us know its condition. Until next time, happy collecting! Have you ever come across a 1988 P1 Liberty quarter dollar in your pocket change and wondered, could this coin be worth more than just 25 cents? What if I told you that some of these quarters can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? Stay tuned as we uncover the fascinating history, design details, and market value of this remarkable coin. Chapter number 1: History and DSIGN. The 1988 P quarter dollar, commonly known as the Washington quarter, was minted at the Philadelphia Mint in 1988. This coin is part of the long-running Washington quarter series, which began in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. Designed by John Flanagan, this series became one of the most iconic coinage pieces in U.S. history. On the obverse, we see the distinguished profile of George Washington, facing left. The word Liberty is inscribed above his head, with the motto "In God We Trust" placed just below his chin. The year 1988 is inscribed at the bottom. The P mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, is located just behind Washington's ponytail. Flipping to the reverse, we see an intricate depiction of an eagle with outstretched wings, clutching a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and preparedness. Below the eagle, we see two olive branches, representing peace. Surrounding the design are the inscriptions United States of America and E pluribus unum, which means out of many, one. At the bottom, we see the denomination quarter dollar. Chapter number 2 Mintage and Rarity. Why the Philadelphia Mint produced a massive 562,052,000 of these quarters in 1988. Because of this high mintage, most 1988 P quarters are considered common. However, certain factors, such as mint errors and high-grade conditions, can significantly impact their value. Chapter number 3 Valuable Error Varieties. Even though the 1988 P quarter is common, some rare error varieties make certain pieces highly sought after by collectors. Here are some of the most valuable errors to look for. 1. Double die obverse DDO. Some 1988 P quarters exhibit doubling in the inscriptions, particularly on Liberty and In God We Trust. A strong doubled die can significantly increase the coin's value, sometimes selling for $100 to $500 depending on the intensity of the doubling and coin condition. Point 2. Off-center strike. If the coin was not properly centered during striking, parts of the design might be missing. A 10 to 15% off-center error can be worth around $50 to $150, while a more dramatic off-center error exceeding 50% can fetch $500 or more. Point 3. Clipped planchet. This error occurs when a portion of the blank planchet is accidentally clipped before striking. Depending on the size and shape of the clip, these errors can be valued at $50 to $250.40. Broad strike error. A quarter struck without a retaining collar will have a stretched misshapen appearance. Broad strike errors typically sell for $75 to $200.50. Die cracks and cuds. When the die used to strike the coin begins to break, it can leave raised lines or missing portions on the coin. These errors are popular with collectors and can be worth $50 to $300. Chapter number 4 Grade and Condition. Value. The condition of your 1988 P quarter plays a crucial role in determining its value. Here's what you can expect at different grade levels. Circulated good to very fine G4 to VF30. Worth face value 25 cents to $1.00. Extremely fine EF40 to EF45. Worth $1.50 to $3.00. Uncirculated MS60 to MS63. Worth $5 to $15. High grade uncirculated MS64 to MS65. Worth $20 to $50. Gem uncirculated MS66 to MS67 plus. Worth $100 to $500 or more, with rare top-tier coins fetching over $1,000. Chapter number 5 Recent auction records. Let's take a look at some of the highest recorded sales for the 1988 P quarter dollar at auctions. MS67 plus quarter. Sold for $1,500 at a major auction. Double die error coin. Sold $4.850. Off center strike quarter. Sold $4.600. Broad strike error quarter. Sold $4.400. So, is your 1988 P quarter just pocket change, or could it be a hidden treasure? Remember, checking for rare errors and high-grade conditions could turn an ordinary coin into a collector's prize. Have you ever found an unusual or valuable quarter in your collection? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more coin collecting videos, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting! Today, we're diving deep into the history, value, and fascinating details of the 1989 D1 Liberty quarter dollar. If you own this coin or are looking to add one to your collection, stick around because you might be holding a hidden gem. Segment 1. Historical background. Before we analyze the 1989 D Liberty quarter, let's take a brief trip through history. The Washington quarter, which this coin is a part of, was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. The design, originally intended to be a one-year commemorative issue, was so well received that it became a permanent coin in the U.S. currency system. Designed by the talented sculptor John Flanagan, the quarter has gone through some changes over the decades, but its essence remains the same. The 1989 D quarter was struck during a time when the U.S. Mint was producing high quantities of coins for circulation, making it an interesting specimen for collectors today. Segment 2. Design and features. Now, let's break down the design of this fascinating coin. The obverse of the 1989 D Liberty quarter features the left-facing profile of George Washington with the inscriptions, Liberty at the top, In God We Trust on the left, the year 1989 at the bottom, the Denver Mint Mark D located just below Washington's neck. The reverse showcases the American bald eagle with its wings spread, clutching a bundle of arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both military strength and peace. Above the eagle, we see the words United States of America and the Latin phrase E pluribus unum, out of many, one. Below, the denomination $quarter is clearly inscribed. Segment 3. Mintage and rarity. Now, let's talk numbers. The 1989 D quarter was minted at the Denver Mint, and a staggering 896,535,597 pieces were produced. Given this high mintage, it's considered a common coin in circulated condition. 1989 P Philadelphia Mint, 512-868, 0001989 D Denver Mint, 896, 535, 5971989 S Proof San Francisco Mint, 3, 220, 194. Because of its high mintage, finding this coin in circulation isn't difficult. However, condition and errors can significantly impact its value. Segment 4. Notable errors and rare varieties. Now, for the fun part, valuable errors. If you have an error coin, you could be looking at a hefty payday. Some of the most sought-after errors include 1. Off-center strikes. If your quarter has a visible misalignment where part of the design is missing, it could fetch anywhere from $20 to $150 depending on the severity. 2. Double die obverse DDO. This happens when the coin is struck twice, causing slight doubling in the inscriptions or Washington's face. These can be worth $50 to over $500 based on clarity and condition. 3. Clipped planchet. If the coin has a missing section due to a minting error, it could be valued at $25 to $200 depending on how dramatic the clip is. 4. Broad-struck coins. When the coin is struck without the retaining collar, it spreads out, creating a unique appearance. These can be worth $50 to $300. Always check your 1989 D quarters carefully. These errors can make a big difference in value. Segment 5. Current market value. So, how much is a 1989 D Liberty quarter worth today? Let's break it down by condition. Circulated condition. Typically, it's worth face value 25 cents to $1. Uncirculated MS60, MS65. These range between $5 to $25. High grade MS67 plus. Extremely rare and can command $300 to $1,000, especially if slabbed by PCGS or NGC proof versions. The 1989 S-Proof quarter from San Francisco, if in PR69 Deep Cameo, can sell for $30 to $100. Grading is key. Higher grades mean higher prices. If you have a pristine 1989 D quarter, consider getting it professionally graded. Segment 6. Where to buy and sell. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1989 D quarter, here are the best places. eBay and online marketplaces, great for finding both circulated and high-grade coins. Local coin shops and dealers ideal for appraisals and in-person deals. Coin shows and auctions best for rare, high-value specimens. Online grading services PCGS/NGC to authenticate and increase coin value. So there you have it, the complete breakdown of the 1989 D Liberty Quarter. Do you own one? Have you found any errors? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into numismatics, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more valuable coin insights. Until next time, happy collecting, and may you find that rare treasure in your pocket change. See you soon. Have you ever come across a 1990p Liberty quarter dollar and wondered if it could be worth more than its face value? Well, you're in the right place. In today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating history, design, and current market value of this remarkable US coin. So, stay tuned and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on more valuable coin insights. Chapter number 1: History of the 1990p Liberty Quarter DOLLAR. The 1990p Liberty Quarter Dollar, also known as the Washington Quarter, is part of the long-running Washington Quarter series. This coin was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birth anniversary of George Washington. Designed by John Flanagan, the quarter replaced the standing Liberty Quarter and became one of the most recognizable coins in U.S. history. The Washington Quarter originally contained 90% silver, but due to rising silver prices, the U.S. Mint transitioned to a copper-nickel-clad composition in 1965. The 1990p quarter is one of these copper-nickel-clad coins, making it a part of modern numismatic history. It was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the P Mint mark just above the date. Chapter number 2: Design and Features. Let's take a closer look at the design of the 1990p Liberty Quarter. On the obverse, we have a striking left-facing portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. The word Liberty is inscribed above his head, while In God We Trust appears to the left. The date 1990 is prominently displayed at the bottom. Flipping the coin over, we see a majestic heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching a bundle of arrows and an olive branch, symbols of war and peace. The inscriptions United States of America and E Pluribus Unum appear at the top, while quarter dollar is inscribed at the bottom. Chapter number 3: Mintage and Rarity. Now, let's talk about mintage. The Philadelphia Mint struck a staggering 613,792,000 of these coins in 1990, making them quite common in circulation. However, certain factors, such as condition, errors, and grade, can significantly impact their value. Chapter number 4: Valuable error varieties. With many coins, errors can make a common coin extremely valuable. Some known errors in the 1990p Liberty Quarter include: 1. Off-center strikes. These coins were not properly aligned during striking, resulting in an off-center design. The greater the misalignment, the higher the value. Some off-center strikes with over 50% of the design missing can fetch $100, $300 depending on the degree of error. 2. Double die obverse DDO, a rare variety where doubling can be seen on inscriptions like Liberty or In God We Trust. Such errors can bring in anywhere from $50 to $500 depending on the clarity of the doubling. 3. Broad struck errors. These quarters were struck without a collar, causing them to expand beyond their normal diameter. These are quite rare and can be worth $50 to $150.40. Clipped planchet errors. If a portion of the coin is missing due to a miscut planchet, it can command anywhere from $30 to $150. Chapter number 5: Current market value. So, how much is a 1990p Liberty Quarter worth today? Let's break it down based on condition and special factors. Point 1. Circulated condition: good to fine grade. If your 1990p quarter has been in regular use and shows wear, it's generally worth its face value of 25 cents. Point 2. Uncirculated condition: MS60 MS65 grade A quarter with minimal wear and strong luster can sell for $1 to $5.30. High grade mint state: MS66 MS67 coins in this grade are rare and can fetch $15 to $50 depending on demand. Point 4. Top tier: MS68 and higher. If you find a 1990p quarter in an MS68 grade or above, it could be worth $200 to $600 as very few exist in this pristine condition. Point 5. Error coins: as mentioned earlier, errors like double dies or off-center strikes can significantly increase value, sometimes reaching hundreds of dollars. Chapter number 6: How to check if you have a valuable 1990p QRT. Want to know if you have a valuable 1990p quarter? Here's what you should do. 1. Inspect the coin's condition. The less wear and scratches, the better the value. Point 2. Look for errors. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling, misalignment, or clipped edges. Point 3. Weigh the coin. A standard clad quarter should weigh 5.67 grams. Any deviation might indicate an error. Point 4. Consult price guides and auctions. Websites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and PCGS provide updated pricing information. The 1990p Liberty quarter dollar may not be the rarest coin out there, but with the right condition, errors, and grade, it can still hold significant value. Whether you're a collector, investor, or just curious about your pocket change, always keep an eye out for hidden treasures. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below on what coin you'd like us to cover next. Happy collecting, and see you in the next video!